The modern glass-making process begins with the mining of silica sand.
The retrieval of raw materials is the beginning of the modern glass manufacturing process. The transportation of materials is part of the modern glass manufacturing process.
Melting is the core of the modern glass-making process. Liquid material is formed in the modern glass-making process. Initial formation is carried out in the modern glass-making process.
Float technology is used in the modern glass manufacturing process.
Surface leveling occurs in the modern glass manufacturing process. Leveling is done in the modern glass manufacturing process.
Controlled movement in the modern glass manufacturing process. Gradual cooling is important in the modern glass manufacturing process.
Structural formation occurs during the modern glass manufacturing process.
Stable glass is produced in the modern glass manufacturing process. Precision cutting in the modern glass manufacturing process.
Cutting technology aids the process of modern glass manufacturing. Grinding improves quality in the modern glass manufacturing process. Cleaning is done in the process of modern glass manufacturing. Drying is important in the modern glass-making process.
Defect detection is carried out in the modern glass manufacturing process.
Quality selection is part of the modern glass manufacturing process. The best product from the modern glass manufacturing process.
Coating increases function in the modern glass manufacturing process.
The reflective effect comes from the modern glass manufacturing process. The strengthening of glass is carried out in the modern glass manufacturing process. Fast cooling strengthens the modern glass-making process. Testing strength in the process of making modern glass. Double lamination in the process of modern glass manufacturing. Security is enhanced in the modern glass manufacturing process.
Re-examination in the process of modern glass manufacturing.
Safe packaging is part of the modern glass manufacturing process.
Product protection in the modern glass manufacturing process. Identify the part of the modern glass manufacturing process. Storage part of the modern glass making process.
The delivery is carried out in the process of modern glass manufacturing.
Distribution of modern glass manufacturing process results to various locations.
Modern design from the modern glass-making process.
High technology in the modern glass manufacturing process. Innovation comes from the modern glass-making process.
Durability is tested in the process of modern glass manufacturing. Strength is tested in the process of modern glassmaking.
Manpower supports the modern glass manufacturing process.
Data is analyzed in the modern glass manufacturing process.
Produktivitas tinggi dalam proses manufaktur kaca modern. Target tercapai.
Cooperation is important in the modern glass-making process.
The plan for this cycle is to increase the cullet ratio by 10%.
What impact will that have on the furnace temperature?
Final distribution of the modern glass manufacturing process.
A comfortable dwelling from the process of modern glassmaking.
Detail shows the quality of the modern glass-making process. The beauty of light from the modern glass manufacturing process.
The speed of construction is supported by the modern glass manufacturing process.
The final results of the modern glass manufacturing process are very satisfactory.
Luxury comes from the modern glass manufacturing process.
Beautiful gleam from the modern glass-making process.
Premium products are produced from a modern glass manufacturing process.
Identity is part of the modern glass-making process.
Display results from the modern glass manufacturing process.
Customer interest due to the modern glass manufacturing process.
I believe this is an excellent outcome for both parties.
Absolutely. To the future of modern glass.
A little higher on the left side. Okay, slowly now. Perfect alignment.
Bring it down slowly, watch the left edge.
Clear on this side. Set the clamps now.
The beauty of the result of the modern glass manufacturing process. The final message from the modern glass manufacturing process.
This is the entire process of modern glass making, from start to finish.
Helm ini gokil banget, desainnya mantul dan auto kece pas dipakai riding.